audio today throughout the entire class and good video. And hopefully the bodies are feeling great today. Enjoy this last class of February for LisaBug. And good morning. Welcome to LisaBug Yoga for the Heart. I can't believe it's already the last class in February. We're going to be working on heart openers, optional weights today for strength training. Have a yoga block with you, and we're going to start today with a neck release with a hand towel. So this is just a regular kitchen towel, and I love the way this makes my neck feel when I'm going through range of motion. Thanks to Linda for sharing this with me that she was doing in some physical therapy. So I just want you to fold it so that when you place it around to the back of the neck, it feels nice and wide and thick there. And we're going to take our right hand first, bring it across to the left side, and then the left hand goes and crosses over. Now, if you lift your left elbow up, you're going to bring the towel across your right ear, and then you'll bring the towel across your throat. Now, you're not pushing it into the throat. You're kind of pulling it on kind of an angle here. And then what I want you to do is use your left hand to lift up a little bit. So almost like you're creating length in your neck. And then bring the head over to the left. I'm gently pulling with my right arm across, and then gently pulling with the left. So this should feel very supportive on your neck. And I really want you to relax the muscles of your neck. Now, obviously, you're using your arms a fair amount here to hold them up. So the muscles of your shoulders should be slightly active, but try not to shrug your shoulders up and be tense. In fact, press your shoulders down. So go through a little bit of shoulder girdle depression. So now what I'd like you to do is keep your head in this position. We're going to slightly turn the spine to the right and do a little baby side bend. Oh man, let's just hold this here for another maybe 3 breaths. And obviously, if anything is painful, please adjust. Make this feel okay for your body. Stop sooner if you need to. And then we'll come back up. And then release the elbow down and just relax the arms to your side. Just notice, for me, I feel like my head is still leaning to the side. Getting a text. Okay, Linda says I'm gone. She's going to try to re-log in. If anybody else wants to text me if I'm gone, I see myself. So hopefully we're okay. So you got a heads up, Chris, or thumbs up? Okay. So let's bring the left hand across first, and then the right one across. I'm going to lift the right elbow up to bring the towel over my ear and slightly bring the towel across. Now lift up first with that right hand. So you're creating a little bit of traction. Hang on, let me look. Oh, Linda's computer crashed. Darn it. And then we're just going to tip the head over to the right. And what I like about this is the support that I have with the towel on the side of my neck so that I don't feel like I'm crunching my head over too far. I'm stretching, but I feel support. And then start to turn to the left and side bend just a little bit. Now brace your core here and keep breathing deeply. Relax your jaw, so try not to clench your teeth so you don't have any tension in, through the jaw, the neck, the face. Let's take 2 more deep breaths. And then come out of that rotation and relax. Relax down. Pause and just notice. Now take one hand on each side. I'm going to just put a little pressure against the back of my neck and turn my head to the right. And then slowly turn my head all the way to the left. And I want you to kind of press the back of the neck into the towel a little bit. And then come back to the center. Now drop your chin down a little. Turn your head to the right. And slowly turn your head to the left. Come back to the center. Now tip your chin up, and I'm not throwing my head back. Just want to increase the length of the front of the neck. Your eyes can be up. Turn your head to the right. Oh, this one feels really nice. And then turn the head to the left. Ooh, my arms are getting tired, my forearm muscles. And then back to the center and neutral, and then relax the towel. I want you to keep it close to you for later in class, so have it in a spot that you can grab it. And then I want you to take your yoga block. Now the block, of course, has 3 variations. We can do it on its low side, we can flip it up to medium, or you can flip it up to high. So I'm going to put it on the low side, but you can kind of play with this and make adjustments. I'm just going to set it right down in front of me. And what we're going to do is sit into a little chair pose. Feet are about hips distance apart, and that block is just out ahead of you a little bit. Bring hands to heart center. As you rise up, come into goalpost arms or a chest expansion. Lengthen the neck a little bit and do a baby back bend. That's your inhale. And then exhale, come down. Just a couple more of these. Just want you to get used to the movement. Make sure it feels okay for your body. One more. And then come down into a baby chair. And what I want you to do is shift your weight over onto your right leg and put the ball of your left foot on the block. So now we've got some balance. Come up and open. Sit down into chair. Whoa. Just 2 more. And down. Now, if the block is you're going, nah, I don't think so for me today, that's okay. You can just put your left foot out ahead of you onto the floor and elevate your heel up. Come down. Now take that foot, put it back where it belongs, and then shift your weight over into your left leg. I got to look down and see where my block is. Put your right foot up on the block. This one's hard for me because this knee has the arthritis. Okay, let's open. Inhale. Exhale. Come down. Whoa, I'm finding this to be very challenging on this side. 2 more. And 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Put your feet back where they belong. Good. Now we're going to do the body wave from our lymphatic warm-up. So swing the arms back and lift upon the toes. And then I want you to flex your wrists. So as you're bringing your hands back, drag your palms out into the front of you. And then as you bring your arms up, flex your wrists the other way. So we're getting some nice movement of the wrists, nice movement of the shoulders, a little bit of movement through the hips, movement through the knees, and the ankles, and keeping a good core connection. Last one. And come up. Shift your body weight into your right foot again. Bring the ball of your left foot to your block. Now bend your right knee a little bit, and we'll do our arm swings forward and back. So I'm just really giving you a new balance challenge with our lymphatic warm-up movements today. Keep your abs in tight. 2 more on each arm. And 1. And then step back in. Great job. Shift the weight. Ball of the right foot goes to the block. Bend the knees. Arms go. And you can add some wrist movement here too. So you have a little work in your back leg because your knee is bent somewhat, so your quad and your glute is activated. You do have some weight in the front leg, but you should be able to just pick your foot up. You know, you're not leaning into that front leg with too much of your body weight. 2 more each arm. And 1 more. And then relax and step back in. Switch and put your heel on the block. So your leg is straight. And we're going to do arm circles coming around behind you and then reaching forward. So this is like the butterfly stroke if you were swimming. And then if you want to use a little bit of upper body, as you come forward, hinge down and up and around. Inhale as you're circling. Exhale. 2 more. And again, if the block is just way too challenging, get rid of it and just put your foot on the floor and hold. Good. Come back up. Switch your feet. Heel on the block, leg extended. Soften that back knee a little bit. Circle back and reach forward. Now this is our yoga for the heart. So I'm focusing on range of motion, heart openers, stretching through the pecs and shoulders. Can you sink it down? Inhale, coming around. Exhale. So I'm just giving you a little bit of hip flexion forward to stretch out that front hamstring. 2 more. 1 more. Hold. And come up. Great job. Okay, I'm going to take the block, put it slightly out to the right side of my body a little bit so that I can extend my leg out and put the ball of my foot on the block here. So since we're doing some swimming strokes, I want you to do the side stroke. So you're going to bring the hands together. You can kind of crisscross them and pull out. Bring it in, pull out. So a swimming instructor I had said, pick the cherry, put it in the basket. Pick the cherry and put it in the basket. 2 more on this side. And 1 more. Great job, and relax. Now turn away from your block a little bit. You might need something to hold on for balance right away, but I want you to put that same foot more in a behind you fashion. This is going to stretch your hip flexor. Bring both arms to the front, and we're going to do the crawl stroke. And when you bring the hand down, that's the same one as the back, I want you to turn your head to take a breath, and then just bring the other arm around. Turn your head to take a breath. Bring the other arm around. Now, if you need to hold on to something for balance, you can just one arm And then you'll be able to do the other one on the other side. Good, let's do one more of each arm. And then carefully step off the block. Ooh, who invented this? Who stayed up all night long last night thinking of this warm-up? Me. No, it really wasn't all night long. Okay, let's take that foot out onto the block. We have our side stroke. So you're visioning you're laying on your side in the pool. You bring the hands in and then push out. I have my foot on the block for a lot of different reasons, but it almost kind of enhances this sideline position. Okay, while you guys are doing these, I'm just getting a text from Nancy Weber. She says, "Thank you for the lovely message. It made me smile." Oh, we miss you, Nancy. Pick the cherry, put it in the basket. 2 more. Great. 1 more. And then relax. We're turning away from the block. I'm going to put my hand on the wall so I can get my foot back there. So we're opening up the hip flexor. We have the hands in front, and we're going to do the crawl stroke, taking a breath to that side, and then just letting the other arm come around. Now, if it's too hard for balance for you to turn your head, just do your crawl like this and look straight forward. In my opinion, this is much easier for balance if I don't turn my head. And again, you can hold on to the wall with one hand and just swim with the other one. And 1 more. My front leg is really working. And then step off the block, shake out the legs. Okay, we can put the block away to the side. And then I've been enjoying doing the golf swing with the underarm tap. So let's go ahead and do some of those for that lymphatic release through the lymph nodes underneath the armpit. And make sure you're pivoting on that foot, turning so that your knee doesn't take any torque with this. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 1. Okay, just bring your feet about hips distance apart. Sit down into a baby chair and let's hold. Think about the direction and angle of your knees. And we're going to do some fascia slaps on the top of the head, back in the back of the neck, and just wake up those hair follicles. I don't know about you guys, but I feel one of the bummers of aging is getting thinner hair. When I put a little braid in my hair, it's so thin. So I'm going to imagine that doing this is going to activate my hair follicles. Maybe it does because we're getting blood flow to that area, right? Okay, and let's come up and relax. Okay, option to pick up weights if you would like to, not necessary for sure. And let's come into our chair pose with the weights at heart center or your palms pressing at heart center. So if you don't have weights, I want you to push your palms together to create some tension. And we'll come up to goalpost arms, inhale, and back down to chair. So if we have weights, we're essentially doing a shoulder raise, lateral raise, but I want you to think about pressing the arms back toward the wall behind you. So we're getting a nice heart opener. And we're emphasizing the neck a little bit today. So as you open out, look to the right side, look back to the center, look to the left. Part of my thinking for this month, Yoga for the Heart, was to try to get the heart rate up a little bit in our practice. So I can feel it's elevating already, probably a little bit more because I do have the weights, but even without the weights, you're essentially doing squats and squeezing the shoulder blades together. One more each side. Good. Last time to the left. Hold your chair pose and we'll pulse down, down. Now, if you don't have weights, press the palms pretty vigorously to feel the pecs contracting. If you have weights, I'm going to take them right here and do some little bicep curls. So each time you bend the knees down, you'll switch the arm. And remember, with bicep curls, your palms can be up. They can be facing in. That's your hammer curl. Or you can actually turn your palms down. This is that reverse curl. This is pretty difficult for me. Doesn't feel that great on my wrist, but it's a good one. So let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Palms back to heart, hold. Isometric work. Feel the weight back in your heels. Can you wiggle your toes? If your weight's leaning forward, you won't be able to pick your toes up. Engage your core. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And come up. Great job. Now I'm going to turn to the side so I've got some room to step my foot behind me. I want you to step back into a baby warrior 1 with your right foot. So take it back and then pull your arms behind you. Again, with or without weights is great. And then step back in to mountain pose. Step your left foot back, baby warrior 1. Press back, open the heart. And then step in. So do these at your own pace, with or without workload. We're looking for range of motion through the fronts of the shoulders, opening the heart. And then if you have the weights, you're activating your triceps and the backs of your shoulders. Now you can have your palms facing behind you. You can have your palms facing your legs. Or you can turn your palms forward and you can lead with the, ooh, that one's hard. You can lead with the back of the hand and lift. Is that the back of the hand or the front of the hand? Which would you say when your watch is up? Is that the back of your hand? Yeah, I would say that would be the back of my hand, and the front of my hand would be my palm. So 2 more, 1 on each side. Excellent. Step into mountain pose. Now I'm going to bring my weights just down to the floor here so I can pick one up when I'm ready. Face your chair. Take a nice inhale into chest expansion, baby back bend. Exhale, reach your hands out to the chair, or you can go all the way down to the floor and step back into down dog and stretch. Just open the lats, breathe. Excellent. So what we'll do from here is take a big step forward with the right foot. And I'm going to use my chairs on the hand, my hands on the chair here, but you can also come all the way down to the ground and put your hands on the ground. And really lengthen that leg back behind you. Take your right hand off and lift up into a twist and then come back down. Now you can choose to take your dumbbell And we're going to do 5 more. Reach and down. 4 more. Stretch up. Control when you have the weight. Make sure it's appropriate for this. 3. I feel adding the weight gives me a lot more core work too. 2. And 1. Great job. Set that weight down. I'm going to set it to the opposite side of my foot. Step that foot back. Give yourself a down dog. Woo! That front leg should have felt the work in the quad there. I'm going to move my chair over a little bit because I have a feeling I'm going to hit the wall here when I do it on the other side. Okay, so now our left foot takes a big step forward. Reach that right leg back. Keep it nice and straight. Make sure your knee is over your ankle. Then we're going to take the left arm and stretch it up. And then your option is to take your weight. Now, you might have one side of your body that can do this with the weight and the other one says no, and that's okay. You don't have to use the weight on one side, and you can get the benefit on the strong side. 3 more. Rotate, rotate, reach, stretch. Modify your shoulder range of motion. If maybe pulling your elbow is up is better, that's great. 2. And 1 more. Good job. Set that weight down. Step back into your down dog 1 more time. Stretch. Breathe and just check in. Excellent. So now step that right foot forward again. Hands on the chair. And we are going to lift the back leg up off the floor and then set it back down. You can tap the ball of your foot. You can let your heel come down. I do like letting the heel come down because that gives me a great calf stretch right there. So if we did this in bird dog, your right arm would reach forward and it would come down. If you wanted to do it with the weight, your right arm would reach forward and come down. So any choice for you, let's get 5 reps. 5. Good. 4. This is pretty challenging for me with a 5-pound weight. Probably 3 would be more doable, but not doing a lot of reps. 2 more. Standing bird dog and a calf stretch. Last one. And then hold it down. I'm going to release my weight to the floor. This time we'll step forward into forward bend. Your hands can be on the chair. They can come to the shins. They can reach towards the floor. Soften your knees. Let everything stretch. Relax your head, the neck. And then we'll prepare for the other side for this. So hands come up. Now your right foot is in front. Your left leg is back. Square your hips. Lift that left leg up. And then bring the ball of the foot down or let the heel find the floor. And if you want to stay with this one, that's great. Wait, did we do this side already? I'm getting confused here. So now I know my left arm needs to reach forward and down. I feel like I already did this side, but you guys know what side you need to do to make yourself balanced. Let's do 5 more. This just seems awkward. I think my left foot needs to be down. No, I already did this leg up. Interesting. 4. I did a miscue somewhere. 3. And 2. And 1. Hold the stretch. Set the weight down. Step the feet in. Forward fold. Wherever you'd like to be with your arms. You can even take ragdoll here. And just stretch out. And then roll your spine up. Coming all the way back to your mountain pose. Stand tall. Now I'm going to go back and put in some of our lymphatic warm-up movements here. Bend both knees, and then we're going to come into some little bounces here, down and up, and then bring both arms forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. So I just want to get the heart rate elevated a little bit. Moving through the shoulders, the hips and knees and ankles. 3 and 2 and 1 and hold down. Hands to heart center. Brace your core. Rotate right, left. You can keep your head stable or you can turn the head. Push into your palms. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come center, rise up. Alternating high knee march. Lift, lift. Good. Bring the arms out to goalpost. Pull the shoulders back. Make sure your elbows are a little lower than your shoulders. And then with my arms, I'm going to go palms down, up, down, up. Now I want you to notice which leg you're lifting when your palms are down. So for me, it's the right side because I want to switch it and go the other way. So I'm going to hold it here. And then when my left side comes up, my palms go down. So I did it the opposite way. Good job. 4, 3, 2. Great for balance. And 1, and rest. Great job. Turn your feet out a little bit, holding on to something if you need for balance. We'll come into tree pose. And then if you want to do anything with your arms, I'm going to leave that up to you, or you can stay steady. I want you to feel your center of gravity over that foot. Engage your glute. Really is a challenge for balance if we try to turn the head at all. Let's hold 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down. Maybe shake the legs out just a little bit. Turn your toes out like a ballet first position. This facilitates the opening of your hips. It's not always done in yoga this way, but I do like adding the external rotation of the standing leg. You can keep your big toe to the floor. That will help with balance, as well as a finger on the wall. Now I want you to think about lengthening your spine as if there was a little string at the top of your head and you were pulling that up So you've got nice tall posture. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come back to center. Do a nice split stance, or you can do tandem stance with one foot directly behind the other if you want a little bit more challenge for balance. We're going to take our arms long with our thumbs up, and we're going to open and then turn your thumbs down and close your palms towards each other. So we go thumbs up. You can even go beyond, straight up, push back, thumbs down, push forward. One more, thumbs up, push back, thumbs down, and forward. Great job. Okay, switch your stance. You could certainly add weights to this exercise too. It would be really challenging. You'd need something pretty light. So we're going to reverse what we just did. So when you bring your arms forward, turn your thumbs down, push back, raise your thumbs up, close in. Thumbs down, push back. Feel that heart opener. And even a stretch through your biceps. One more, thumbs down, press back, thumbs up, close in. Great job. Now I'm going to use a wall for a little bit of a shoulder stretch. You can also do this laying on your stomach. It's kind of an advanced version, so I'm not going to demonstrate that. But if you know what it is and you want to go down and lay on your stomach, you can do that. If you don't have a wall, I just want you to use the strength of your upper back to bring this arm back. If you have a wall, I'm going to bring my hand to the wall. My arm is a little lower than my shoulder, and I'm just going to start to turn my body until I get a good stretch. Now with your other hand, just bend your elbow about 90 degrees and squeeze your palm, squeeze your fist and open. Squeeze and open. And when you squeeze, I also want you to tighten your bicep muscle. If you were to have one of those little stress balls, you could do that right now too. And let's get 4 more. Squeeze and open. 3. Scoop your abdominals in. 2. Neutral head. And 1. Open. Now squeeze and hold and turn your head as far as you can away from the wall or the arm that's behind you. Just hold. You're squeezing, you're tensing, working on grip strength. Range of motion for the neck, stretching the pec and the shoulder, and then relax. Great job. Walk yourself back around. Relax that arm. Now make sure through that long stretch that you're not overly stressing your shoulder joints. So take this to a soft, comfortable edge. Other hand goes to the wall. Turn your body just until you feel a gentle stretch. So we're not straining this here because we're here for a while. And then take your hand and we'll do a squeeze and a release. So if you have a stress ball, you're going to squeeze and then you could kind of open your fingers and just let the ball sit in the palm of your hand. Scoop your abs in. 1 more, squeeze and open. Then squeeze and hold. Isometric tension. Look away from the wall as far as you can. Even with your eyeballs. Really look with your eyeballs. 1 more deep breath. Relax the tension in the hand. Walk the feet back around and release. Okay, so we are going to do the cow face arms. I want to give you two choices, three actually. You can do no equipment. You can use your hand towel if you want to do a stretch, or you can grab your dumbbell and have a weight in your top hand. So just bring your right hand to your hip for now. Press your left arm up with or without the weight, and then bring it back. Now, actually, this weight helps me get a better stretch. You can bring the hand behind to try to get your fingers to close as closely as you can. And you can hold and stay, or add 5 tricep extensions. Straighten the arm up. 5. Scoop the abs. 4. Only using that weight if it's okay for you, okay for your body parts. 2 more. And 1 more. Then hold that cow face stretch. 1 breath. Inhale. Exhale. Carefully release the right arm down and around, and then just let your shoulder or your elbow drop. Great job. Option with the weight, switch it to the other hand. Put your hand on your hip. Bring that weight up. Carefully bend your elbow. And I really like the weight of that dumbbell, increasing my stretch. Then this hand can go back. Again, not straining, but holding a comfortable position here. Either stay as you are or 5 slow tricep extensions. 1. Control the weight both directions. Exhale. 2. Good. 3. 2 more. 4. 5. Then hold your cow face. Breathe. 1 big inhalation. Exhale. Carefully releasing the bottom arm and then dropping the elbow down. Great job. Set your weight to the floor. And then we are going to come down to the floor. Your option is going to be to use your hand weights, and then also an option for your block for some hip bridges. So I'm going to put my block here, and then my weights on either side. Then I'm going to come down to lay on my back and actually bring my blanket to make a pillow for my head. So I'm going to give you guys plenty of time to get in position and get ready. Also have your hand towel close within reach as well. So I've got my block, long ways on its lowest point, right in the center of my mat. And I'm going to come down and put my right foot on the block, but specifically my heel. So my left foot is on the floor, my right heel is on the block, and I'm going to push up using both legs into a hip bridge and then come back down. So I've got my feet staggered, pushing in with the right heel and with the bottom of the left foot. So if you would like to add weights or just range of motion of your arms with this, bring your arms up, bend your elbows down, and then as you push the arms up, push the hips up into your hip bridge. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Now to advance this one step further, we could pick up the left foot off the floor and just drive down into the block with the right leg only. So let's do 5 more reps. Whatever level and layer that you want to take. 4. 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. Relax your weights. Put your left foot to the floor. Take hold of your hand towel, or you can also use a yoga strap here. Bring it under the bottom of your right foot. That's the one that was on the block. And stretch your leg up. So there was a good amount of hamstring and glute work on those bridges. Your left leg can slide out for a hip flexor release. Close your eyes for a few breaths. Relax and stretch. Okay, rebend your left leg to put your foot down. And then you're going to release your hand towel. Keep your leg up either straight or bent in table or pulling it in toward you if you have any low back issues. And we'll bring the hand towel behind the back of the head. And we are going to do 8 crunches up and down. And I want you to relax your head. 7. Your knee can be bent. You can add the leg extending out. 4. Exhale. 3. 2. And 1. Okay, just set your hand towel maybe just over your waist. Bring your legs down. Now find the block with your left heel. We're going to keep both feet on the floor to start. So just lift the hips up into hip bridge and down. So level 1, just both legs working with hip bridge. Level 2, I'm going to bring the arms to our chest press with the weights. Press up and down. Or you can pick a different exercise this time if you'd like. Maybe skull crushers, those tricep extensions. That would be here. And then your last option is to lift the right leg up and do that single leg hip bridge. 5 more. We were doing these a lot in the month of November in our muscle power workout, and we haven't done a bunch of them since then. So this is really good for muscle power, type 2 muscle fiber strength. Last one. And then come down, release your weights, and we need the hand towel or the yoga strap under your left foot, the one that was on the block. Ooh, that needs a stretch. Option to slide your right leg down. Oh man, is this ever needed? Every day we need to do these hamstring stretches. So if you were not in the chat for last week's Thursday class, we all made a pinky swear that we were going to do the Friday assigned YouTube workout. So I want to say it now so that if you can't stay on for the chat today, that I put a little bug in your ear that we're going to do all as a team. We're going to try to get that Friday class done at some time between now and next Tuesday. Okay, release that stretch. We're going to keep the left leg up, taking the hand towel behind the head for support. Your knee can be bent. We can have it straight, and let's do 8 crunches. 1 and 2. You can add the leg extending. 3, 4. The key to the hand towel is to use your arms to support your neck, not your neck muscles too much. Good. I think we have 2 more. 7 and 8. Great job. Relax both feet down to the mat. I'm going to move my block out of the way a little bit here. Let's do our windshield wiper stretch. So separate your feet pretty wide, your knees pretty wide. Drop them over to one side. I'm kind of going left side first. If you need to, you can put a block underneath that bottom leg. And then bring your arms to any kind of a nice chest stretch. Maybe chest expansion, goalpost arms, or reaching up above the head. If your shoulders have said, we're done stretching for today, just bring your hands to cradle across your abdomen. And just release the hip flexors slightly. It's a nice, wonderful twist. And let's repeat to the other side. Pick the knees up. Keep your feet separated wide and drop your knees to the other side. Maybe take a different stretch for the arms here. And then bring your knees to center. I want you to roll yourself up to sit. I like to kind of do that with a little Pilates exercise called rolling like a ball, where you kind of just start to get enough energy to finally come all the way up. But if that's not for you, just roll to your side and sit up and lengthen your legs out long. So I don't do this stretch very often, but I'm going to give you some options here. This is a reverse plank, which is a really nice heart opener. So all I want you to do is take your hands behind you. You can turn your fingers to the back of the room or out to the sides a little bit, and then just lift your heart and open. So it's a nice shoulder stretch. And then relax and hinge forward just to a nice gentle forward fold. You can use that hand towel and wrap it under both feet. And then we're going to do this chest stretch one more time, but I'm going to give you the option to go into a reverse plank with bent knees. So what that's going to look like, if you choose to modify up a level, is to take your hands back, bend your knees, open your heart, and lift your bum up off the floor. Now, if you want to do the other one, that works great too. You can advance this to have straight legs out. One more breath. And then lower the hips down. Bring the soles of the feet together. Butterfly stretch. Stretching forward. Just a couple of breaths here. You know, this is a nice time to give yourself a foot massage. So I'm going to take my thumbs and just rub under the bottom of my feet. I wonder how that feels for your plantar area, Liz, after your surgeries. We'll have to hear from you on this. Okay, you can keep the legs in butterfly. You can sit in simple cross-leg pose, whatever feels okay for you. And we're going to take 3 partial head circles, starting to the right side, lowering the chin toward the chest, going to the left side, and then just barely lifting your chin. We'll go twice more that direction. So we started class today with some neck release. We added a few neck movements throughout the practice. with some rotation. And just finishing out with some nice circles. Pause and go the other way, starting left. Try to sit up straight if you can so you're not hunching forward. I liked one of David's Davidism. He said, "I'm sitting on the couch with the slouch." So no slouch couches or couch slouches. One more time. And I just feel like we need one side bend on either side to round out the practice. So let's stretch. I hope you've enjoyed Yoga for the Heart. I've been trying to think about what I want to do for the month of March, and I want to hear from you guys on what you want to see for March, but I'm half tempted, let's switch sides, to stay with this theme for one more month, because sometimes only 4 classes or 4 weeks isn't enough to explore all the different things we can do. So let me know what you think. If you're not going to stay on for the chat today, send me a little message. Let me know what you think about one more month of Yoga for the Heart. And then come back to center. Place palms at heart center. And I just wanted to let everybody know, in case you can't stay on for the chat, tomorrow is Liz's birthday. So, of course, we need to sing today after class. So let's pause for a moment, celebrate our hard work, our dedication to our yoga practice, our fitness, our health, to the LisaBug community. And the light in me honors the light in each of you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you can stay along for the chit chat. I'll shut our recording off and get us all set up for visiting. Thanks, everybody. Okay.